Hello everyone, my name is daanilion and welcome to the channel. I have posted before, but welcome back if you've watched my videos before. Those were like a year ago. But today I wanted to start a little create a sim series in The Sims 4. We're gonna be making over the Goths, and I'm gonna explain kind of the concept. It's a concept, it's gonna be a series. So I'm gonna start with base game. The base game worlds, I'm gonna start with Willow Creek first, and then we're gonna go to Oasis Springs. And I might move on to other packs, starting with like Windenburg would be the first one, afterwards. But I also might not, so I'm not gonna get your guys' hopes up, but I for sure wanna do base game. I think that's fun, and I think that because everybody has base game, it'll be fun. But I do have to let you guys know, I am going to be using all packs. So it's not going to be base game really, but yeah, I'm so sorry. But anyways, the concept is when you press play, the Sims 4 townies are in the same spot of their life that they always are when you press start. Cassandra's always a teen. Mortimer and Bella are always married and da-da-da, whatever. I thought, what if we transported all of the Sims 4 townies 15 years in the past? So what that means for poor Alexander and Cassandra is that they aren't going to exist. So sorry. I think Cassandra is like probably 15 years old or 14. She looks really young, so we're deleting them. Yeah, so they're not in this universe yet. They will be, of course, but they're just not here yet. I'm also going to be expanding every town, every household. So for Bella, like Bella is just Bella, so I also want to give her her parents. She has parents, if you guys don't know. If you've only ever played The Sims 4, she has parents. She has a brother. I want to give Mortimer his parents as well. And if Mortimer has a sibling that I'm unaware of, let me know. But from my calculations, I couldn't find a sibling at all. So, yes. So we're going to start with Bella. I'm also going to start to transition from doing it live to a more speed kind of create a sim because I have some lore I want to talk about. I also am not going to be using any custom content. As you can tell, I do love me some custom content. Yeah, I have a lot, but I'm not going to be using any of it. I am going to just use my packs. I'm going to use base game and the packs I own. And again, I apologize. It will not be a base game only like sim. They won't have just base game on them. I'm going to be having other packs. But I am going to be uploading them to the gallery, so, you know, it'll tell you what packs were used, and I also will see if they get flagged for custom content because I do have a custom skin and custom eyes like defaults. Also, I'm gonna just show you guys, like I have a ton, they don't even load. I have a ton of custom content. These are all custom content noses. So I'm not really going to be making over the Sims. I think they're beautiful as they are. Like, I'm not going to be changing their genetics, but I am going to be changing their hair, their looks, because they're 15 years younger. So, yes. I also figured out there's no easy way of, like, not using, like, what is it called? Like, filtering out the custom content. So, I'm going to try my best to not put on a custom content piece. So yeah, let's get into that little speed create a sim, and I'm gonna explain the lore. We're gonna start with Bella, like I said. Okay, so for Bella, I was thinking, you know, Bella Bachelor, who really is she? Because I feel like in every Sims game, she's not Bella Bachelor, and when she is, she's a child. She's always Bella Goth, and so I kind of wanted to explore like who is Bella. So Mortimer's section and even his creative sim is really short because I kind of just wanted to focus on Bella mostly because, you know, women, duh. But anyways, my idea for Bella is she's straight, maybe not straight out of high school, maybe a couple years out of high school, but she just graduated high school and she's figuring out what she's doing with the rest of her life, like we all did when we graduated high school. And growing up as a teenager, she was always really interested in fashion, a common thing for a lot of teens. Of course, I'm into fashion. I'm not a teenager, but I'm into fashion now. a lot more than I was as a child. But anyways, that was like her main passion. And so when school ended and she was like, I gotta find a job, I guess, fashion was there for her. Like, fashion was like her career. Like, that's what she thought she was going to be doing for the rest of her life. So she moved from Willow Creek to San Myshuno and started working as a style influencer. But unfortunately, she started to feel really burnt out. And she actually, like, I'm gonna play and put this as a milestone. She actually burned out from her style influencing career. It was just too much. And also, I think that's realistic because that job is actually really hard. There's so many skills you need to get. So I can see why it would get overwhelming for her. And then somewhere in between her graduating high school and moving to San Myshuno, her and Mortimer start dating. And they're dating. Mortimer is getting his degree, like, you know, he went to college while Bella didn't. And there is an age gap though, guys. Like, let's be clear. I would say, like, Bella's like 20, Mortimer's like 25. There's like a little bit of an age gap, okay? So Mortimer's like pretty much done with college. I think I'm gonna make that where he already has his degree when you play with him. And so he already has his degree and he already has a career from that degree. Whereas Bella is kind of stuck in this loop of like being burnt out and then not knowing what she's doing for the rest of her freaking life, you know? Like, that's kind of stressful while your boyfriend has it all figured out. I think I'm kind of just projecting on Bella because my boyfriend also has his life pretty much figured out and I don't. But anyways, so she decides to go to college. She's going to pursue something totally different from fashion. And also for her fashion, like, design, I kind of was trying to do more gothic. I was thinking more of like a romantic goth, but I don't know if I actually could do that with, you know, the limitations of just using EA related or EA packs and stuff like that. This is Bella's mother, Jocasta or Jocasta. I don't know how you say it. And then we also made her dad Simus and her brother Michael, which I'll get into later, but let me just finish up on Bella's little discussion. So, you know, she's starting college, her life is kind of finally going down the route she wanted it to, and then Mortimer proposes, and so life is like really, really good for Bella, and Mortimer also. So then we get to Bella's parents, and the thing with the Goths, like, the Goths are rich. Mortimer and his family, they are rich. The Bachelors, I would say, are middle class, like, not struggling, but they're not as rich as the Goths. And so Bella is not used to freaking, like, the money. And so Jocasta, I think that's how you say it, because I'm pretty sure she is Hispanic in some sense. I don't know, but Jocasta, I think I have her down as, or what I'm gonna make her do is just be a babysitter as a part-time job. I don't know. I feel like that kind of sounds like a good thing. And then Simus, who will be next after Jocasta, is going to be a journalist. And then Michael, which we'll get to this Simus's section is really, really short. I don't know what I was doing. I think I was just zooming through, because the thing is I just pretty much, I randomized them a little bit. I created them off camera. I just randomized them a little bit, didn't change any genetics except for hair colors and eyebrow shapes. That's pretty much all I changed genetically, and I added like freckles and moles and stuff like that. But yeah, Simus is gonna be a journalist. I don't know what branch, probably already, you know, or what level, probably already chose the journalist branch, so I don't know what level that is. And then Bella's brother, Michael, who we will do next. He's the one currently with the red hair, but I get rid of that because duh. He is fitness, that's his thing. And his thing, like, so I was looking it up, like, they created Michael Bachelor, I think, in The Sims 1, and he wasn't related to Bella at all. Instead, he was just one of the households in the bin that you could put into the town. And he was just a bachelor. Like, that was his whole point, is that he was just a single guy wanting to, mess around with some people. I also gave them some likes and dislikes and some turn-ons and turn-offs. That's for you guys to really explore. I'm not really going over what you guys are really seeing. I'm just talking. But this is Michael. I kind of went with a more, I don't know how to explain it, like laid back, chill, kind of bachelor-esque type of dude. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain the aesthetic. Like, he's giving me, like, I don't even know their name. I don't know his name, but the pirate from Pirates of the Caribbean, the one that Johnny Depp plays, it's kind of giving me that vibe, and a little bit of like a boho vibe, I guess. What is it? What's that word I just said? Oh my gosh. I was gonna say hobo. No, boho. A little boho and like hipster mixed, like if they had a baby. That's what Bachelor is giving, because Michael Bachelor, sorry, I've just read just the singular last name. That's what Michael is giving, because he also wears a man bun. I don't know. So yeah, he's gonna be a fitness guy. I also think he'll probably be a little freaking like player kind of vibe. And then we're gonna get into Mortimer. And Mortimer and the Goths. So Mortimer, of course, grew up rich. Duh. The Goths are just rich in general. And he grew up with really successful parents. I think I wrote down. I'm so sorry. I'm like going through my notes. So Gunther, which is Mortimer's dad, he's in the business career. And then his mom doesn't have a career, but they're still rich. Like he knows that his parents expect him to be successful in life and do something that is a good job, like something that you'll be able to always have and like be able to make money from. Not like they want him to be a lawyer or doctor kind of stuff, but they want him to have a successful career that is like, I don't know how to explain it, but because in the original Sims 4 Mortimer, he wants to be a best-selling author, which I did keep. Actually, that's not even his aspiration, but that's like he's in the writer career. That's kind of, I kept that same vibe of like he wants to be a writer, but it's more of like, but instead of going into the writing career and being an author, he went to college for art history and is now going to be an arts critic. So that way he's still utilizing his writing skills to make a living, and he's going to be writing books on the side to pursue that want to be a best-selling author, while also for sure having a job. Obviously I know in The Sims 4 writing books is a pretty like reliable source of money, but in real life, trying to be a little realistic here, real life it's not. Authors are not like, being an author is not a guaranteed successful job. So that's why I kind of was like, yeah, I think I want him to have an actual like 9 to 5, and then have a what's the word called, like a grind of making books outside of work, to keep that little writer aspect of Mortimer. Yeah, so it's honestly, it's not that his parents would be disappointed, but he just wants to impress his parents, because his dad, well, I don't know, the Goths is probably generational wealth, not like all just from Gunther, because Miss Cornelia does not have a job. She is not contributing anything at all to the Goth household. So I feel like definitely it's more generational, but I think Mortimer and maybe his parents instilled like, you need to have a job, you need to be making money, because money is not finite. Wait, money is not infinite. That's the word. It is finite. So yeah, and then I kind of had the idea that maybe Mortimer went to high school with Bella, but because of that age gap, actually, if it's a 5-year age gap, that doesn't really make any sense. Okay, maybe Mortimer's 24, I don't know. They went to high school, probably when Bella was a freshman and then he was a senior, and then they obviously did not start dating in high school, but outside of high school, like once Bella graduated, he saw her again, and he kind of was like, wait, that's the woman I want to have my children with. That's the woman I want to build my life with. That's kind of Mortimer's main goal in life, I guess, is to just have a family and have a beautiful, amazing wife, whereas Bella's is to, you know, do something with her life and also be financially secure and have children and etc, etc. So yeah, I already created Gunther. I didn't really talk about him, but I really had fun making Gunther and Cornelia. I kind of based them around their Sims 3 versions. In the Sims 3, Gunther has like long black hair, he wears a top hat, and I did like the Sims 4 equivalent of that. And then with Cornelia, she has purple hair in the Sims 3, so I wanted to do something purple adjacent while it not being purple, I guess. Well, originally I was trying to make it a natural color with like the ends being purple, but I couldn't find a short hair one because I do think short hair is definitely her thing. But yeah, I think she's really cool. I also didn't put it, but I think she's definitely into gemology. She makes jewelry because I wrote down that Mortimer proposed with a handcrafted ring that Cornelia made. So that's kind of the setup. Also, I'm gonna upload them all together onto the gallery, but just know in my head and in the save file, they are not living together. Bella is living with her parents, and Mortimer is living not with his parents. Actually, no, maybe he is living with his parents, so they're just like split. But yeah, I think this is the end of the little speed cas, and I will show you guys in real time The Sims. Okay guys, I'm so sorry. So I thought I was recording, and so I went and fixed Gunther's hair like I showed you guys earlier on in the video. Bro actually is a ginger. He does not have black hair actually. He is an elder though, so I don't know if I should keep this hair. You know what, actually, let me check what, oh, just gray, boring, green, black. I don't know. I like this. I think this is fun. Even though it's not really realistic, but maybe he aged gracefully. I mean, he looks really good, but this is also with my mods back in. As you can tell, I took out my mods for the speed cas because I was running into a lot of problems with the genetics. Like when you go to press like this and then you do the genetics, like you go here, it kept like deleting my Sims every time I clicked it. So I don't know what the hell was going on. But yeah, this is Cornelia Goth, Mortimer's mother, and then we have Gunther Goth, who we were just looking at. I'm not gonna go through everyone's outfits because that's doing too much, but I also changed her aspiration. Originally it was the knitting one, and I changed it to crystal crafter because I think she's a crystal girly. And you know what, let me actually add that too, that you like gemology. Then we have, of course, Bella Bachelor, our bad bitch, Bella. I really like her a lot. I think she looks really good, even with just the base game on, like, or not just the base game, but with like EA stuff on. But with the skin and the eyes that I have with custom content, she looks really, really pretty. I really like that. Or I really like how she looks. Then we have Mortimer. His vibe is definitely more hipster-esque, very similar to Michael, but in a different sense, very different sense. Like, this is very posh, rich hipster. They like drinking coffee. They're probably gonna invest in like a tech startup with their friends. I don't know. And then we have Michael. Actually, no, Michael is like the hipster that does the tech stuff. Mortimer is more of like the artsy hipster. Then we have Michael Bachelor, which is Bella's brother. Simus, Bella and Michael's dad. And then we have Jocasta or Jocasta. I don't know how you say it. Please let me know if you guys know how to say her name. Yeah, I think she's so cute. I love giving my female Sims that are older, shorter hair. I just feel like that's definitely something that every woman should probably do at least once in their life. I mean, I don't know if I will, but I'm just saying, like, I think we should all, you know, chop off, do the big chop. And yeah, that's everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are excited for the next one. And also, I forgot to say this. I wanted to apologize for any weird editing that went on in this video. I have allergies like that are really bad because I live with dogs and I'm allergic to dogs. So I sniffle a lot, and so editing the video and I realized I was sniffling kind of a lot every so often, and so but there were at like points where I stopped talking, and so I was able to cut them out, but then it's kind of a little jumpy with like my talking. So if that is a problem, please let me know and I will try to minimize that happening. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are excited. Please let me know which Willow Creek household you would like me to make over and transport into the past next time, whether that be the BFF's household, the Pancakes, or the Spencer Kim Lewis household. Either one will be fine with me to do. I had them all planned out already. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.